Yep, are you new here, brother? I haven't seen you before, I don't think. TikTok streams? Got you, bro. Gonna be primarily bullish for today, yeah. And there's nothing telling me to look for short. Oh, well, we'll talk about it. What's good, Insta? Good, Trevor? Missed you, bro. Good. What's up, Abdaz? What's good, Insta? What's good, AK Trades? Yep. Enjoy the day off, Insta. Enjoy the day off. Crash City, what's up, brother? What's good, Dean? What's good, Kiss Bay? What's good, Cairo? Miss you too, bro. Currently at work. How's work, brother? Hope everything's going good. Market's in a bit of a weird position today. Yeah. Trading books I recommend. Trading in the Zone is a must read in my opinion. Just message you on Discord. You want the payment ID? That works, yeah. Payment ID works. Let's do it, Ryan. Your audio cut. Is it? Is it really cutting? Can you show me how you measure new week opening gap? The closing price here. Sorry, opening price here and closing price. The opening price, 18 o'clock. Closing price right there. That's the low to high. And you can mark out 50%. Yo, I think we did set a new record, Milan, but then it started getting absolutely insane, bro. Like I don't think it's humanly possible, bro. It's like that'll be a full-time job if we try to pass the next level. We can try it again, but it was actually insane, bro. Good morning, EK. Good morning, CTB. What's up, Robert? What was the record, bro? I think 25. Or 26. We got a couple levels after. It was fun, but then it just got way too insane. Is your closing price marked correctly? Should be, but I'll double check for you. Nope, it's marked incorrectly. Thank you, brother. My hero. My hero. Closing price up here. Opening price over here. If you take a fib, you can get an accurate level of 50%. Lock that in. So this is your accurate week opening gap, bullish or bearish. I mean, we can do it again, Milan, bro. Just added you guys. Do you use the payment ID? Sorry, you cut out last time. Bro, I don't think I'm cutting out. I think it's just you, bro. But yeah, payment ID works. And or you can just tell me the name or just send me proof and I can just check. You think we will sleep on and load before continuing? I wouldn't like to see so, but it is possible. If we get to London lows, and in my opinion, if we get to London lows, the reversal is probably going to happen in lunch or PM session. If we're gonna see a reversal today. So unless we just come up to Asia highs, which is right there. I mean, I'm favoring longs. I don't want to see us take London lows. I don't think we should. If we do, the move will probably happen in the PM once the Fed speaks. Boys, we are running an absolutely massive giveaway. IGT says that. I don't know about that. I would maybe disagree. I don't know. I don't think he can. In my opinion, I don't think anything can happen once the Fed speaks. I don't see the nice equal lows. These equal highs. Good. Let's go you more. Why are you not on TikTok? I am on TikTok. Now that I've entered the giveaway, you should stop promoting it. The more, I mean, we're gonna need more than 6, bro. We only have 6 entries. What are your indicators? It's just Gems power of 3 right here. This little checklist that you guys know what my model is. And then the one that marks the opening prices. It's called ICT kill zones and pivots. I thought you don't trade before the Fed speaks. If he was speaking in the morning, then I wouldn't. Let's go Biohazard. I think it's possible that they get 30. 30 what? Oh, 30? Bro, I don't think it's possible, bro. No. Do you think it's going to sweep Asian session high? Yes. What are your indicators? It's these 4. Well, it's 3. The watermark right here. Gems PO3. 315 candle today and Friday. Like these equal lows? Let's go, Jonas. Yep, I came early because I wanted to announce the giveaway to you guys. Alright, listen, for everyone who's in the stream, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to do it, bro. You guys see this? This is what we're giving away. This is what we're giving away. This is what we're giving away. A PC. This is what we're giving away. We're giving away a PC, a chair, and a monitor. And on top of that, Alpha Futures also has 10% off any account with my code. And on top of that, no activation fees on any advanced account purchase for the entire month of June. The entire month of June, no activation fee on only advanced accounts. And if you use my code, you get 10% off. And if you also use my code, then you get entered in the giveaway to win this whole setup. Right now, there's only 6 entries. 6. You can have unlimited entries, as many as you want, depending on how many accounts you get. But if you want to join this giveaway, the winner is going to be announced June 16th on Livestream. So it's not going to be rigged. You guys always say rigged, but I always roll it in front of you guys. If you use my code, I will add you to this list. You can enter June 16th will be the last day, I guess, Ryan. If you can do it before, ideally like Sunday. Sunday, June 15th is the last day to enter. So yeah, we're giving away everything you see on this screen right now. This full setup, PC, chair, monitor. And if you use my code, I will enter you in the giveaway. On top of that, Alpha Futures also has no activation fee on advanced accounts. And if you use my code, you get 10% off. So it really makes no sense. So if you want to enter the giveaway, just shoot me a message on Discord. And I will enter you if you can send me proof that you purchased. What's up, Sagar? Sagar, what asset do you want me to look at? How much is 50k eval? Honestly, bro, I don't even know. It's probably like 60 bucks with the code. My guess is gonna see. Yo, what's good, brother? What if I bought a fund with your code before the giveaway? It has to be after May 30th. It has to be after May 30th. Otherwise, bro, there'll be way too many entries and there's no point in doing the giveaway, right? I can't take people before. So, if you want to join the giveaway, Well, oh, no. Hold on, CF. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Hold your horses. A standard account is like $60, and there's still activation fee. If you get an advanced account, which is like their, higher up account, that one, I don't know how much that one, maybe like $100. Oh, it's 130. 130, so I guess it would be, yeah, if you use the code, it'll be like 115, or I don't know. But that's the one. The advanced account's the one with no activation fee. So you choose what's best for you. What webcam do you have? It's just some regular Logitech camera, bro. It's not the best camera if I'm being honest. But I mean, it does the job, run. It does the job. 1080p. This is Nasdaq. Yes. Did you include Friday's volume bounce for the volume? No. Just closing price, opening price. Well, this volume bounce is inside. What's the difference? Advanced is just you're allowed to trade news. You can take payouts every week instead of 2 weeks. And then you don't have to work up to 90%. It's just, how much did it cost? It's like 150. 15 count too. Bro, Ahmed, what do you keep looking at? Tell me about these equal lows, bro. Oh, you're talking about right here? This guy's been on the equal low. I'm sorry, bro. I missed. You think it's worth it? I'll tell you one thing. If you're gonna pass on your first try, then yes, it's absolutely worth it. Because not only is it worth it for the money that you're saving, because no activation fee, it's also worth it because it's a better account. If you're gonna take 3 tries and more to pass, I'd probably just get the standard. But like, I mean, not really, bro. To be honest, I would just get the advanced. Because there's no activation fee. So, I mean, as long as you pass, it's going to be worth it. Because one standard with the activation fee will be like what? Like, I don't know, like 250 or something. But the advanced, you can do that like 3 times before it's not even worth it, because no activation fee. So it's cheaper if you just do the advanced, no activation fee. It may not feel cheaper because of the eval, but I feel 6 evals past 1. You think I can do it on the advanced? Biohazard, I think you're the best trader, and you just need to have a good risk management plan, money management plan, and take good trades, brother. And we'll work on that. Are you going long? Market opens at 9:30. Yes, I'll be waiting till that, and I will most likely be looking for longs. But he wants you for my. I mean, you don't have to get an account. I don't want you to put yourself down because you went 6-1. Sir, can you check JPP order block? I will check JPP for you. Yes, JPY. I'll tell you what I see that's visually important. We're inside monthly range, which is not ideal. Okay, well, I'd probably stick to the daily chart. I like these equal highs on JPY. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, if you just actually took it proper with a good risk management plan and you took proper trades, I don't think you go 1-6. I think you go like, I don't know, 1-3 at least. I like these equal highs as a long-term objective. Honestly, Sagar, I don't think you should rely on daily buys today because the daily chart's in some sort of consolidation. There's really no telling if we're going to go higher or lower because we're stuck inside this range. This is your dealing range. We're right at 50%. So don't look. It's hard to know. Now, in my opinion, I think it's going to go higher because it's been bullish. For example, like this. So you could maybe aim for, I don't know, previous day's high. Previous day's high is a good target. But I would focus more on intraday order flow and not focus on anything on the daily chart. Like, see, maybe you can get London highs here on a setup. We already manipulated below London lows. If we get retracement here, and then maybe you can get London highs. Maybe Asia highs, that kind of idea. I'm in Canada. You convinced me on the best and getting advanced passing and win the good. Bro, look, listen, you gotta just treat this one account like it's your account, bro. Just take it serious because this one account could get you a payout, So you gotta take it serious. You just have to take it seriously. This black. Dagger, does that help, brother? What time is it in Canada? It's the exact same in the US, 9:20. Oh, I'm Eastern time. You think we're gonna expect low and low on the? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for as well. Where's the order block on Nasdaq? This is your order block. Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother. What time is it? Yeah, same time, Eastern time. You trading news? No, I don't trade news. Do you think we are gonna respect London low? Yeah, I do. 1% for passing my account last week. Over traded, chasing him. Bro, most accounts get blown because they just weren't traded properly, bro. That's just the reality of it. That's just the truth. Could be low probability. Yeah, it could be. What do you think will happen? I think by the end of the day, we'll probably take out Asia highs, and that's just about as high probability as you can get. Maybe fill new week opening gap. Maybe Friday's high. How do you get past the mental aspect of trading? You have to actually actively work on your mental every single day. It's not just going to change from you just telling yourself, all right, time to be disciplined, time to be. You have to actually do things. Will my first XFA in the first week feel terrible? See, most accounts just get blown because of, like, you never know. Like, you could have gotten a payout. No, that's what like kind of clicked for me. Like, you could have gotten a payout had you just not, even if you were in drawdown. Well, did you expect never to be in drawdown? Because that's a bad expectation, right? You should already know that, okay, this account might go in drawdown, but I have a plan and I have an edge. And the edge tells me as long as I can take enough trades, it's going to play out, right? That's it. You just got to try it. Bias completed? Yes, but Sarvan, I always post the. Oh, shoot, you're not in. Okay. Yes. Asia highs, new week opening gap, and property time. I'm leaning towards London low being safe. There's not much to work with on the daily chart right now. I'm bullish on the higher time frame, but that's not aligned yet. It hasn't presented itself on the daily, meaning the weekly power of 3 is not clear yet. The daily order flow is also not clear yet because we're respecting this and respecting this. So it's 50-50. So I look at intraday bias, intraday daily power of 3, intraday order flow. We have a move below midnight opening price in London. We got the change in the state of delivery above midnight opening price above London. So I'm viewing this as the low of day for now. Now, when the Fed speaks in the afternoon, I don't know. Maybe it'll be really volatile and it can take out both sides. How many pairs have I had so far? I've had a good amount, brother. Enough. I think London is safe because of US London. Is it because of US? Yeah. Can you look at Euro USD? Can you look at Euro USD? I wouldn't trade Euro today. It's already expanded. You could try to look for London highs, but it's already so far. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Appreciate you, JD. How is this an order block? It took out liquidity, got closed back above. Solid single pass candle. What's good, Piyush? What's good, Manny? What is the indicator that shows the highs and lows? It's called ICT kill zones and pivots. How much do you make if you don't mind me asking? Depends on the month. I don't get payouts every single month. I don't withdraw from my live account every single month. But it happens. Wait, no activation fee on them advanced? No activation fees on them advanced. Would you consider yourself profitable? I would, yes. Realistically, how much contracts should you be trading? Depends on your stop loss, brother. Depends on your stop loss. What's good, Lori? Gold setup? I don't trade gold. No. 10K? 10K? Oh, what do you mean 10K? I don't make 10K consistently every single month. No. I've made over 5 figures this year. I can tell you that much. Your fave setup, my protraction model inside the macro. This is the best setup that can ever form. I'm in short since 9/12. We will see if it plays out low risk high reward. Good luck, brother. Cool. Anyways, so once 9:30 comes, I'm gonna minimize chat, focus on trading. Okay, let me look at that Sagger. Locking in a bit. I will be locked in, bro. Made a promise to myself. I don't have to wait till 10 a.m. news, but if I don't get a setup until then I'll probably just stay put till 10 a.m. news. I do plan on trading, yes. Try to close for the day. I'm in positive. Honestly, it's not a bad idea with the Fed speaking in the afternoon. Okay, so you said August 1st, 2024, June 1st, 2023. So June 1st, 2023. Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. You're marking out this as an order block? There's a couple things here. One, this is not a bullish order block. That's one. Two, that's not what the market is coming down here for. The market is coming down here for the liquidity. It's only going past, so you have to ask yourself, how far past can it go, right? In fact, we actually took out the liquidity here. So that's what I was trying to tell you in DMs. Maybe it didn't make so much sense, but maybe now you can see it. It's not coming back for the order block, right? The order block, this is when, first things first, this is the order block, okay? So these down close candles right here, this is price coming back to the order block and then moving higher, okay? So that's the order block, these two down close candles. But when price is coming back all the way down here, it's not coming back so it can buy more at the order block. It's coming back so it can take out the liquidity and then reverse. Smart money buys below these lows, right? So that's the idea. It's just offering discount, cheap pricing to then send price higher. It's not the order block. If it's going to be this far, it's most likely going to be some sort of liquidity level. In this case, you have this low. This may be like a quarterly low or I don't know, a monthly low. So yeah, see like this old monthly low right here, trades through, comes back, then you're bullish, etc., etc. All right, we have one more minute. What's a protraction model? It's one of my models. It's on YouTube if you want to learn one of my models. Before I minimize chat, I'm gonna say it one more time. Exactly. That's why I took out the liquidity. We are giving away everything that you see on the monitor, on the screen right now. This monitor, this chair, and this PC. If you use my code on any Alpha Futures account, you can be entered in this giveaway. You just have to send me proof on Discord. Just send me a message and we'll get you added to the giveaway if you got an Alpha Futures account. On top of that, in the month of June, Alpha Futures has no activation fees on advanced accounts. So if you want to trade with Alpha Futures, you can get 10% off any account with my code, and you don't have to pay any activation fee on the advanced account. So if you want to join the giveaway, use my code. Let me know when you do. I will enter you in the giveaway. As of right now, there's only 6 entries. 6 entries, so you have until June 15th to enter. I'll announce the winners on June 16th, and that's it. So I'm going to minimize chat now. Can you push me until I can live stream? No, I cannot do that, but you got to work for it. Either has got taken, yes, bullish. Okay, what's protraction model? Good. But again, guys, I'm going to do it every day, bro. Otherwise, I'm going to get flooded with messages saying, you didn't tell me. All right. Okay, let's lock in. So I'm going to minimize chat. Probably just gonna trade this account here with the 90% off Apex. But I got my Alpha Futures account open as well. So market opens. We immediately pump up towards Asia highs. This could be a very nice strong liquidity as well, right there. I'm not gonna mark out the opening range gap. Just gonna use the new week opening gap, which are inside right now. This is not first presentation because there is no opening. Actually, whoa, what just happened? This is actually first presentation because it opened below the liquidity pool. So if you're going based on ICT's new teachings, no, but doesn't the open have to be below here? We're just going straight up right now. What's the stock market doing? Yeah, I can't really buy anything. Oh, Google dropped a little bit. Hold on. Where's my phone? Buy a little bit more Google. So there's Asia highs already. Oh no, sorry, Asia highs is still low. Oh no, Asia highs is long gone. Looks like we're gonna go straight to Friday's high. If we can find a model for that, that's good. I'm gonna buy some more. Fixers. Did that go through? Yes, it did. All right. Yeah, looks like we're going straight towards our TPs. So not much we can do about that. I got you, Biohazard. Biohazard, I want you to pass this account, all right? We'll lock in. If you don't have a good risk money management plan, we'll talk about it after stream. If Friday high stays open, I don't mind taking a protraction model. To be honest, we could reverse after taking out the Friday high. Very possible. One, we're gonna have an SMT there. Two, it's Monday, so you can just see both sides of the range. It's all good. Looks like we're gonna go straight to Friday's high. I mean, this does look like a Judas swing model, if I'm being honest. Not sure how much higher we can go. -2. And if you're looking at Asia, it's already -1. We'll just have to see, wait and see. I mean, at this point, we're probably gonna have to wait till 10 a.m. Just because, you know, all our objectives, like Asia highs, everything is gone. So we get a sort of Judas swing on the market open. So just watching the Friday high level, seeing if it gets taken. Obviously, it doesn't have to get taken, but it looks like we probably will get there. Straight above new week opening gap. If we do get, something like this, yeah, I don't mind getting in long, aiming for Friday's high, but we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. So just gonna be patient. Not gonna FOMO this to Friday's high. Obviously, there is no model here yet. I wish we could have come here, taken out the equal lows here. That would have given us a really good long, but we just pumped off the open, which is fine. I don't want to capture these kind of moves anyway with my model, so it's not like I'm missing anything. There's Friday's high, so there's the majority of our objectives pre-market, right? In terms of the outlook. Could we reverse here? Yeah, honestly, we could. I'm not really too convinced that it's gonna go too much higher now, unless there's something really significant happening. I see this 4-hour bearish fair value gap. We'll see if that, above. I was aiming for this a while back, if you guys remember, on Friday, where we had runners, I think, towards this level. Thank you. Instead, that I don't know. I don't know that person, bro. Whoever said hi, my husband. I don't know that person. That person's a fraud. And I'm not reading chat. I got a Discord message from Insta. So we got into that 4-hour bearish fair value gap. Again, I'm probably gonna wait for news now because we might consolidate because we already expanded, right? So this would be changing the state of delivery. If it does form right away, I really don't see myself taking it unless it's really, really clean and fast and there's a bearish fair value gap. I really like these equal lows. So let's just see. We touched the 4-hour bearish. We have SMT at previous day's high. We're taking out previous day's high on NQ. We have equal lows below. And the reason I'm expecting it to potentially reverse is the fact that it's Monday and we're already in super deep premium. I don't expect it just to keep going higher and higher and higher and take out the weekly objectives today. I don't think that makes sense. I think this is a Judas swing. So we'll see if the market can confirm that idea. We have news in 19 minutes. So it could be quite slow till then. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to force it, obviously. Your sell size right here. Then you have your both of equal lows. You could actually take this as a classic model. See if we get the inversion. You don't have to wait for the CFD in this case, but I might just to be safe. If it's just going to go like this perfectly, I'll probably execute this trade. It's honestly just too good to not. ES already giving us the change in the state of delivery, 40-point stop. Honestly, I forget how much I want to risk on this account. $1,000 per trade. You have one mini trade. All right, I'm actually gonna try this. I'm gonna try this Judas swing model. So I'm gonna try this short. This is an eval account. We got the inversion. ES gave us the change in the state of delivery. So I'm gonna try it here. It's a good trade. Offers good risk to reward potential. Classic model with the Judas swing. Take the inversion back into the range. Took Friday's high. SMT Friday's high. See if we get the change in the state of delivery here. ES already gave it to us. So even if you want to do this as a reversal model, it's not a rule break. So we'll see what happens. Stop loss is at the high. Ideally, we don't trade back into this range. But it's okay if we do, as long as we don't inverse, obviously. Pretty early trade. Good setup to start the week. This is a good trade. I would take this trade every time. When it's a classic Judas like this, you get a strong move down. I'm going to take that every time. If we get closure below here, that'd be a good sign. This would be an order block right here. So if we get closure below, this would be a bearish order block. On this account, we'll probably just keep trading one mini. I think that's the easiest way to go about it. We do have an SMT at these lows. I would have preferred to see speed to break out that SMT. But we'll see what happens. I'm okay being aggressive on eval. So obviously this is an aggressive trade, but I accepted the risk, so. It's 9:45, new 15-minute candle open. So if this candle is going to trade a little bit higher and then start speeding down, I probably, expect that to be some sort of confirmation that it will keep going lower. See if we get the order block. I will scale my stop to this level if we get closure below. That is a protraction model. In fact, I'll probably add a contract on the protraction. We have to close below. We close below, I trail my stop. If we close below, I trail my stop here and I add a position. This is my money management, trade management system. We did not close below, so I'm not going to add a position or trail my stop yet. I have to wait, right? Now I'm going to move the stop here, cutting out risk by a very significant amount there, almost more than half, cutting out the risk. So this is where my edge presents itself, right? Trailing my stop on the protraction model that forms, This is how I get winners that are bigger than losers. Now, maybe in hindsight, we should have entered this with 10 micros. Then I would have been able to manage the position a little bit better. I don't normally use TPs, but right now I'm looking at these equal lows. This is first presentation. We'll mark that out. See if it gets down there. Again, so I'm not going to touch my stop loss. I'm not touching my stop loss until we get another protraction model, right? If it comes back up and stops me, that's fine. That's a part of my edge, right? You always have to remember, honestly, reading has been so big for me. Like, you have to remember that every single trade has a, let's put the stop at the order block high at 429. Every single trade's outcome is unpredictable, right? You don't know what the outcome of the trade is going to be. What you do know is over the course of, say, 100 trades, your edge will prevail, right? That's what you know. So you can get caught up on the outcome of every single trade that you take because you have an edge. The edge isn't every time I take the setup, it'll play. The edge is if I take the setup 100 times, I'll make more money than I lose, right? You just gotta have to know your edge really well. So no protraction model in here yet, which means I can't reduce my stop. I don't mind holding this through 10 a.m. news, to be honest. But we'll see how price action is. It may be aggressive, but news could also just distribute us down and I have a reduced risk, so. So I see this bearish fair value gap. Now, like if we inverse this, I may just close manually, depending on how aggressive the move is. Should be seeing speed. It's 950 macro now. Again, I'm not concerned with the outcome of the trade. I'm just trying to follow my principle. If we get the inversion here, this is technically a protraction model. So I will scale my stop. Again, taking advantage of my edge, which tells me to trail my stop on the protraction models that form. So now we are risk-free on the trade. I didn't scale into this one, but I did scale on my alpha account. So I added 2 more micros. Again, so just putting my stop at every single protraction model that forms. So stop should cover 983198. I want to see if this inverses. We closed below new week opening gap, which is nice. ES trading back to 930 opening price, so looking to take a partial soon here. Again, every time I try to, get through these accounts in one go, I always regret it. This is a wick. If we close below, set to be used to send price lower. 950 macro, still distributing. Again, this trade could come back all the way up and stop me. I'm going to feel no waste. Okay, see how ES is about to take out that sell side? That's a partial for me. So on my actual accounts, I will be taking a partial very shortly as ES pokes through that level. Watching ES. I'm watching it. It's just still going. So I haven't taken the partial yet. Still haven't taken the partial. Still haven't taken the partial. I'm just watching this candle. It's just dumping. There's no reason to. This is why I do my trades manually. All right, I'm taking my partial there. And I may just close this for 2R on this. Okay, I know I don't really trade with P&L, but I don't want to give back all this drawdown. 2K. I think we're going to close this trade here. I'm going to close the trade there. The reason I'm closing is because this is an Apex account, and that's about 2R. So we risked 1K on the trade, or just under. And there's an SMT at my level. No point in holding it. News is about to come in 7 minutes. We'll see what happens. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, very clean trade. I'm going to be honest. There's an SMT in my level. I'm not even going to mess around. It could speed up. It was a really good trade. It was a really good trade. Nothing more to say than that. So I'll sit here and I'll tape read with you guys. But I will open chat now. Yeah, classic trade. Simple. Textbook. I'm going to stay here and I'll tape read with you guys. And we'll see. Do I think it's going to come here? Yeah, it definitely could still come here. In hindsight, maybe I could have left runners, but I'm very happy. That was more than 2R for me on my account. So I don't like. There's an SMT there. There's midnight open on ES. So that's another thing I was aiming for. That's exactly what I did positive. As soon as ES gave me the CISD, I entered. See, 942. Stop deep in profit, yeah. Stop deep in profit. You could even put your stop on a reinverse of first presentation, like right here, for example, or like right here. Simple trade. Bo doesn't like more profits. Apex has live trailing drawdown, and I don't want to come back up. I did add to the trade, brother. I did add to the trade. I scaled in 2 more contracts. Up 1.7. Yeah, and I took that on the alpha account. I just got one account, Lori. I just got one account. I didn't add one mini on this because this is an Apex account that I'm on right now that you see on TradingView. I honestly just got it so you guys can see me trade an account on TradingView. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even looking at risk to reward or profit when I'm trading. I'm just following logic. The logic here is very simple. The Judas swing. As soon as it started pumping, I said we could reverse from this level, right? ES took out my sell side. I'm not willing to hold. Just me personally. Maybe you are. Maybe you are different than me, and that's okay. But I personally, I'm not willing to hold through a 2R trade. It's already 2R. Why don't you show the trades on Alpha? TradingView platform is better. Like, you guys don't want to watch me trade on this platform when TradingView it's way easier to chart and everything on TradingView. It's also just better for TikTok and stuff. You passed the Apex account? No, not even close. This is a 250K account, bro. Or I'm not gonna try to pass it. I'm not gonna full port it. Man, every time I full port evals, I regret it. So I'm not trying to full port any evals. But anyway, the session's not over. The session's not over. I'm still here. So let's see. I probably won't take another one, but I'm still here to journal. I'm still here to, review price action. So this could be another entry potentially if we get an order block right here. That would be a protraction model yet again. That's what a lot of people do, Ryan. Yeah. Continuation longs? No. I don't know. I don't know if we make a higher high on the day. The intuition close. It was not really intuition close. It was just ES took out all my take profits. Literally midnight open was my final TP. ES touched it. I wasn't willing to hold, you know? Wasn't willing to hold through that. If we get an order block here, it'll probably continue. Is there potential? There's always potential, but you have to go based on your edge, right? If I told you there's an SMT at your take profit level, I feel like more times than not, it'll probably work out in your favor to just close, or at least take something off, or at least reduce your risk, like something. You have to do something. Me personally, I just closed. I honestly was already at the my profit target for the day, so. SMT both sides right now, so it's very 50-50 right now. In my opinion, it's not really 50-50. Don't let SMT guide you. Don't let SMT guide you, right? So if I was still in this trade, I would be putting my stop right here. That's a bearish order block. So if I wanted to, I could actually execute short right now. And the trade would look something like this. This does not break any rules for me. Am I going to do it? No, I'm not going to do it. Because it's not as good of a trade as it was up here. But we can tape read this together. This is my protraction model. Retracing to fair value gap, order block or inversion back, right? And then your deviations, you're looking for -1 as a minimum. -1 would be right there. So if we get -1, that's protraction complete base minimum. External objectives, right? So for example, like this. Like we can tape read this, right? Say you got an entry on the OB. Let's study. Let's see what happens. Right? Price action so clean. Usually Monday, NFP week is a really clean day, right? A lot of people were not trading. Yeah, the Fed chair is speaking in the afternoon, but most Mondays of NFP week are clean. So I'm gonna take my trade, right? No news Monday. There is news today actually. It's 10 a.m. PMI, but it's NFP Monday. NFP Monday and Tuesday are usually really good trades. It depends what firm. Depends what firm. What you want to. Can I see your mug? Hell yeah, bro. W mug. What do you guys think, bro? Is that a W mug? I think that's a W mug. News in 20 seconds. That's a W mug, yeah. I can put you guys on if you guys want, bro. Having a those equal lows open again. You think, wait, you think it's going to run right through at 10 a.m.? Or you think it's going to stay open, you're saying? My bias? Originally, my bias was Friday's high. That was all taken. Quick candle. Did you take a TP? Did you? If it was me, I'd go break even right now. If it was me, I'm putting my stop right at 10 a.m. open. Will you trade PM? Yeah, honestly, I probably will. I want to trade after the Fed speaks. Is your protraction model like just wait for liquidity, but then you wait for it? Pretty much, yeah. My protraction model is wait for retracement and trade the next leg down, right? That's all it is. I got TP in 1 second, I swear. Nice, bro. How do you determine your bias? Today, I was not looking at the daily chart. I was looking at intraday only. So see, this trade would have played out too. Do I feel like, oh, no, I could have taken it? No, man, no, right? That's not how you think, right? You're just playing with your edge. Let's see if it reaches the full sell side. But again, this already met the protraction model criteria. And there it is, right? There it is. News came in clutch. It's very typical. Now, I don't try to ever predict news, but it's very typical. No, I didn't take I took this short down, but I didn't take this one. This was a tape read. It's very typical for news to just distribute to where it's meant to go, you know? It happens more times than not, I would say. Not like NFP news. Like, this is just a volatility injection. Usually it just continues. The red news not allowed to trade on alpha futures. If you're on a funded account with alpha futures, standard, you have to wait 2 minutes after the news. So let's say this news happens. It's okay. Just don't close the position. Wait 2 minutes. At 10:02, you can then close the position and it's not considered gambling. I don't know, Monty, but this would be a great time for you to get an Alpha Futures account and enter the giveaway. What do you think, bro? I'm on eval. On eval, it's fine, bro. To my knowledge. 10 a.m. no top wick. Yeah, I mean, if it's really bearish, it won't come back up. In my opinion, it will come back up. You're gonna get some advanced accounts? Let me know, huh? Let me know, huh? Because I'll add you in the giveaway. So honestly, if you want my opinion, what do I think is gonna happen now? I think we may be stuck in this range. I think we may go into some consolidation here, but we can tape read. I mean, I don't mind showing you guys where my model would form if I was bullish. If I was bullish, I'd be waiting for a change. I would have to. This inversion is not enough. It would have to give me to change the state of delivery. Check gems chat. I'm gonna check right now, bro. Am I supposed to lose any money? Don, I don't see. 50% of my advanced account done in one day. There you go, bro. Why you took that short? It's my classic model. Why did I take that short? Because when my classic model forms and I'm expecting a move back into the range, I execute my classic model. Hopefully, sometimes I hesitate and I get scared, but that's all it is, bro. It's exactly what my classic model is. So I don't have to question whether or not, like, this is the deal. I'm gonna tell you guys. No, I took it before news. I'm gonna tell you guys the biggest gem for psychology for me. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Guys, I'm gonna keep promoting it, bro. But you know what, guys? It's bad karma, bro. You should say, yo, Gatie, promote it, because I know I'm gonna win. Anyways, I can explain the Judas swing. I can explain the model, yes. It'll probably be end of AM, Milan. Nah, I know, guys. I know. I'm just joking, too. This is A+. Honestly, this is A+. So, okay, listen. Let me explain. London lows is possible, Ryan. I don't know how much I'm favoring London lows, but it is possible. You're tape reading for right now, but London low. Yeah, I would tape read London low as well. I wouldn't trade the London low. Appreciate you, Milan. Why were you bearish? I'll explain everything, guys. Hold on. Yeah, man, it happens on gold. It happens on all assets, bro. The classic model happens on all assets. All right, I'll explain the entire trade for you guys now. This is definitely an A+ setup. But before I explain the trade, what I want you guys to realize, is the most important part. The outcome of this trade doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything, because you're gonna take it again and again and again. And well, me, I don't know about you. I don't know your guys' model, but me, I'm gonna be taking it. On a problem, I can't hold until TP. Great question, bro. How do you know when to hold till TP? You need to know what you're aiming for. What does your model tell you? You should already know beforehand. It's not something you need to figure out today, right? Or like in the moment. You don't want to take a trade and be like, where do I want to close this? Where do you want to close this? Bro, you should know what your model can give you. You know? I already know this model, 930 low is a partial. Midnight open, If it's the lowest price level in this example, it's the final TP. And then anything below. The minimum is New York opening price. That's the minimum. Minimum. Why did I close it here? Simple. ES formed an SMT. Every time ES forms the SMT, I'm gonna do it, you know? I'm gonna close the trade. Especially if it's above 2R. Yeah, the trade gave three A plus entries. So first trade of June, and we caught a really good trade. It's a classic model. Judas swing classic model, which basically just says market opens at 9:30, immediately pumps, and you get a sort of break lower, and it's usually a really quick break lower because it's still playing off of the 9:30 volatility. This is my classic model paired with a Judas swing. So what happens? Very simple. Market opens right here at 9:30. It pumps up, trades into Friday's high. Originally, I was bullish going into the day. I said my final objective for longs would be Friday's high. Well, the market pumps up and immediately takes that level. At that level, I said I don't expect us to keep going higher. One, because we have a 4-hour bearish fair value gap, and two, we put in an SMT at Friday's high. So what am I looking for? My classic model, and I'm saying this is a Judas swing. As soon as this price happened, I said, okay, this is a Judas swing. So what happens? We get an inversion back in the range. At that same time, the S&P 500 gave us the change in the state of delivery right here. For me, that was an entry signal to go short. This is your CISD. I went short right here. Price retraces, closes below. This is a bearish order block. I trail my stop to the bearish order block high. At this point, my risk is reduced by like half. Price trades lower. I scaled into positions. Bearish fair value gap, close below. This is a bearish order block. I scale my stop into profit here. Price trades down lower. And here, at this time, we had an SMT like this. So I closed the trade at about 2R. I didn't want to hold through news. Had you held the trade, you would have seen, yet again, another protraction model. Price trades into bearish fair value gap. This is a bearish order block. Again, as long as the sell side is open, you can take this trade. I didn't take it because we caught already a 2R and it was news coming, so I was a little bit hesitant. But if you took this trade, which I did tape read live, I said, you can take this trade. I'm not going to, but this is my model because I already took one win and I understand that it's not as good as this one. And I'm playing in probabilities here. So the final trade, protraction model. So we got 1, 2, 3 protraction models before the sell side was delivered. 3 protraction models. And then there is a sell side. And there it is. That's the entire trade recap. How do you know it's not just going to rebalance and go higher? Because I'm viewing this as a Judas swing. And I don't expect it to go higher than Friday's high. I'm not expecting this high to... That's why. I don't expect it to go above this high. As soon as this comes over and takes Friday's high, why you target your TP and not London low? London low is what... I don't even think London low is going to get taken today, if I'm being honest. Not in this session. It doesn't need to go below London low. You plan to take any more trades? I wouldn't take any more trades, but I don't mind sitting here and tape reading. For example, this is a change in the state of delivery. So it could potentially deliver higher from here. I probably wouldn't enter here, but let's say we got something like this. I mean, yeah, you could maybe take that as a protraction model. I think it might be range bound though. You took a trade? Yeah, we did take a trade. Yes, it was a winner. And I'll sit here and tape you guys. I will probably trade the PM session though. It's too nice of a day to avoid the PM. I'll explore my edge in PM session. Good start to June. That's the thing, man. It's not a good start to June. It's the same. The only thing good that happened here is I followed my model. That's it. It doesn't matter that I won. I should be, for everyone saying W, 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 you should be saying that same W when I take the trade and it loses. It should be the same thing. It's the exact same. It's the edge. You're just trading your edge. You don't know what's going to happen this trade. I don't know. Maybe this was going to fail. Maybe this was going to go sideways. Maybe Trump was going to tweet and that shit just pumps. You know? You can't associate the trade without being, you know, it's not about the outcome. Like it really, really isn't. You have to think in probabilities and edge. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to get caught up in that stuff. Nice, Dakota. For how long have you been trading ICT concept? When do you start making consistent profits? Honestly, around 4 or 5 months in. And I've been doing it for around 2 years. Why'd you close there? There was SMT at my target and it was already above 2 risk to reward. Why will we not hit London low? We could. I just wouldn't short to London lows because it's already manipulated below midnight opening price. But yeah, there was an SMT here, Dakota. And I wasn't sure if it was going to consolidate because of the SMT and then news. I don't know what news was going to do. I'm not trying to predict what news is going to do. I was fine with it, you know. It was above 2R. It was good. No need. I didn't need more. This is not a valid protraction model, by the way. So actually it is on ES. So if you were hypothetically saying, I think price is going to, you know, make a higher high. I personally don't. I'm not convinced of that. But if you were convinced, this would be my model for a protraction, assuming we close above this candle. So I'm here outlining you my model forming. The model actually, it did form on ES. So I'm outlining you my model forming here. But it doesn't mean I'm going to take it. Because one, it's all about narrative. And I'm not sure I don't think we're going to make a higher high in this session, in my personal opinion. I don't want to say stuff like that because I don't want to influence you guys. But in my opinion, I personally think it's more likely to stay range bound because we've already taken out buy side and sell side, right? Took out buy side and sell side. So who's profitable right now? Nobody. Only the people who took these shorts or took these longs. But anyone who took longs here and put a stop below got stopped out. Anyone who took the shorts, well, I guess shorts are still profitable. So I guess I was mistaken when I said that. It could go higher. But if there's going to be a higher high, manually. I don't set TPs really, Dakota. This was a classic model, yes. Take care, humor. I didn't hit 32 alpha concept, I forgot which sucked. Yeah, that's okay, Kispe. The macro's done. 10-10. What if we reinverse first FUG? It could. I'm not convinced. The thing is, like, I don't want the order flow on the 1 minute unless it becomes really obvious. To tell me whether or not it's gonna go higher. You think long is good? I wouldn't go long, but if someone did, I wouldn't be opposed to it. What do you think about Rocket Lab? I don't know what that is. It's today. No, not today, sorry, man. Because it didn't open below the liquidity pool. But honestly, I might have to rewatch that video because here I'm looking at it and we're above the liquidity pool. But on RTH, it's below. Like this candle opened below the sell side. But I don't know. In my opinion, I mean, for me, Sarvan, I've never used that fair value gap. I've always used the first one after. That's where I got all my data from. So even if ICT came and said, oh, it's not true, I was lying. Well, I backtested it, and I backtested it pretty thoroughly, you know? I already have, like, a very large amount of, what's it called? Data on that, so. Take care, Drake. What's good, Hassan? Who cares about what he said? Yeah, exactly, right? He gives me information, I backtest it, I use what I want. If I trust it, I trade it. He did say you can use both in that video. Doesn't really make sense, but that's why you gotta do your due diligence yourself. Don't trust anyone in the space, bro. Data about what? First presentation being not this one. So what is that? It just means the first fair value gap after 9:30. Not even Gatie. Well, you can trust what I say, but it doesn't matter. The truth, it doesn't matter what anyone says. Because you have to be able to trust it yourself. If I told you guys, trust me, use first presentation on the 2 minute, not the 1 minute. Are you just going to trust it with all confidence and use it every single time? No, you're probably going to want to backtest it, right? How could you use it to your liking? I use it as a confluence. So see here, price trades back, price inverses, trades back into it, and then leaves. that's a confluence that it's not going to come back, you know, at least to the high. So that's why I was outlining this short. Right? Yeah, I mean, if you missed it, you missed it. Don't need to feel sad or anything. Back to usual choppy sloppy. I mean, no, I would say like at this point it's typical. When the opening range delivers like that, I wouldn't expect a nice 10 a.m. Especially when the Fed chair is speaking. What? GatieTrades in chat? Can the FEBG at 9:30? According to ICT, yes, but I've never backtested it like that. Took the same short as you with my SL a bit lower, but I'm still on demo. That's okay, bro. Nice. Very good. You know, it's already like done so much. It's not just gonna go like all the way up, all the way down, reverse, all the way back up. Like that usually doesn't happen. You know, it delivered on the liquidity pre-market. Now it's hard to say what it's gonna do. When is Powell speaking? 1 p.m. Bro, ICT said FEG on 9:30 doesn't count. You should watch his most recent, not his most recent, I think 2 or 3 videos ago. He posted a scenario where you can use this fair value gap, the first one, like including 9:30. Now I don't use that, but I might have to do some more backtesting. I've already done a little bit on it, but it doesn't form as much, so it's a little bit harder to backtest. But I'll probably have to do more due diligence on that. Long until Friday day highs. We've already taken out Friday's high. Take care, Kispe. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Looking at support resistance is good and help me. Yeah, whatever helps you, bro. You could use it sometime, but the main one is after. I always use the main one after. Where would you look for a pullback short? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Why your bias is bullish? My bias is not bullish. My bias now is neutral. So shorts are beautiful. It was a nice trade, yeah. I'm in longs. This is like a day. So, all right, let me update you guys again on the giveaway. Let me see if anyone messaged me. Nice, Garrett. Password game. We can do some password game, but okay, let me do some housekeeping, and then we can do some password game. All right. First things first. Never read the haters' comments. I usually don't even read comments while I'm trading, but now that I'm done, I don't care. I mean, how are you really gonna talk when we took a nice trade? I mean, they're gonna talk. People are gonna talk, bro. There was a bunch of haters. They saw me win and then they left. Tomorrow I'm gonna take a trade. I might lose. I might win. And then they'll leave again. That protraction model was clean and verse. Yeah, bro. 1, 2, 3 protraction models, which I'm gonna put in the home. You know what? Let me do that now. I think most people are done trading. You got greedy. You just have to know where your model can go, right? That's all, bro. When do you start trading PM session? 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. OKC in 5. I was thinking OKC in 6. Bro, Pacers low key? I don't know, man. To be honest, OKC might destroy them though. Would you trade after Powell speaks? Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna look for a protraction model. I don't get a lot of haters. I must be doing something. I thought PM was 2 to 4. PM session starts at 1:30. I'm only gonna trade 2 to 3. When I trade PM session, I trade just the silver bullet. I trade just the silver bullet. Mark out. Yeah, I'll trade PM. I don't mind. I don't mind risking some of my profits. It's the best time to be aggressive with your account, right? You can't touch SBA, yeah. I mean, to be fair though, he does drive a lot, right? He does drive a lot. I trade AMD. You mean CMD, bro? Appreciate you, Robert. Appreciate you. All right, let's do some housekeeping. So first things first. I know I've said it, but I'm going to keep saying it. So get used to it. Get used to it because I'm going to keep saying it. You guys see this? This is what we're giving away in the Discord. PC, computer, and monitor. Or chair, sorry. PC, monitor, and chair. All brand new. This is a better PC, chair, and monitor than I have, bro. So just take that in for a second. Like this is better than what I have. Brand new screen, chair, and monitor. Or screen, it should say PC. It's gonna ship internationally, yes. I'm not gonna ship it. Alpha Futures is gonna ship it. Alpha Futures is gonna ship it, not me. Alpha Futures. But it's from the giveaways from I'm the one doing the giveaway. Is it the giveaway only for you or all Alpha Futures? Is it giveaway only for you? What do you mean only for you? Anyone can enter the giveaway. These are the steps of the giveaway. All you have to do is use my code on any Alpha Futures account. You have unlimited entries. And if as long as you message me, this PC and chair will give you 25% more win rate. Bro, this PC looks nice, bro. I mean, look, you got a GeForce RTX. It's really nice, bro. I'm gonna announce the winners June 16th. Like, is it only for your code? Anyone who uses using Alpha Futures enter? No, it's just my code. It's my giveaway. It's not for everyone who uses Alpha Futures. If you use my code, I will. Is it just people affiliated with this? It's just me. I'm the only one because I'm the best. All right. So I don't know anyone else doing this giveaway. It's just me. Does it show the specs for the PC? If you want the specs, you can message me. I will tell you. The specs are pretty good. I have them on my phone somewhere. So if you're interested in the specs, I mean, I'll tell you what. It's better. I think it's like a 3060 or something, maybe even better. Winner takes all. Winner takes all, boys. This is a go home, go big or go home type of. So the monitor's a 34-inch. Speakers, height adjuster, power center, everything. The gaming PC, it's a RTX 3050, 16 gigabytes RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. 1 terabyte SSD, bro. Windows 11. Damn. Fire, bro. RTX 350, 16 gigabyte, 1 terabyte SSD, stuff like that. Yep, as long as you can get an Alpha Futures account, it's a Ryzen 5. Is that a thing? Ryzen 5 5500. Anyways, I don't know much about this, but listen, if you guys get an account with Alpha Futures, send me a message. Say, Gatie, I got an account. I'll enter you in the giveaway. Just don't try to scam me. I can see who gets an account. So if you get an account with my code, I can enter you in the giveaway. And on top of that, before I show you guys my journal, on top of that, Alpha Futures has no activation fee on advanced accounts only. So if you get an advanced account, no activation fee on the account. Okay, what's happening here? So we talked about this order block, and I said -1 standard deviations for my protraction model is the minimum. It didn't hit -1, but it might have hit -1 here. It's way past -1 there. It's almost -2. So this would be a protraction model completed at a minimum for me. I'm not saying I would take my profits here. I'm not saying I would adjust my, but if in my journal, I'm going to say, okay, we reached -1. If I choose to hold, if I choose to close, doesn't matter. The fan should be good. Oh, we're talking about lorries. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, you have to join the Discord. I mean, you don't have to join the Discord. The Discord is free, by the way, so it's not like it doesn't really matter. But you don't have to join the Discord. Will it ship to EU? It'll ship anywhere, bro. It'll ship anywhere. You don't have to join the Discord, but you do have to message me on Discord. This is really, for me, this is very nice price action. My model formed really clearly, and it was very easy for me to trust the model. Anyways, I will share in the Discord. Message sent. Yeah, if you guys get an account, just let me know. I will do it. I will message you guys proof and everything. Both got the. Yeah, I do. I just want a lot of entries, bro. I know you guys don't want that, but the more entries we get, then the more giveaways we can do. You know, the more participation, and the more we can do. Maybe we'll do a bigger one, bro. They wanted to also give away some iPads, but then I was like, let's do this one first. 0.25 RR. I'll do my proper journal with you guys. I don't know what to do with an iPad if I win, bro. I've never owned an iPad. I want to win an iPad, bro. Which website are you using? What's the name of the model? This one was my classic model. Watch my entry, please, on Discord. All right. Powell speaks at 1. No activation fee on advanced accounts only. So if you get a standard, which I mean, it wouldn't really make sense to get a standard, but if you want to get a standard, it's okay. No one's gonna judge you. You still have to pay the activation fee. So my advice to you is, if you think you can pass within 3 tries, you should get the advanced. You're gonna save money. If you think it might take you more than 3 tries, then probably just get a standard. And yeah, that's my opinion. I have 2 more accounts to activate. I wish they could waive that activation for my standard. Wait, what do you mean? How long? No, it's for the entire month of June. But remember, the giveaway is only for the first 2 weeks. So if you get an act, it's 80 at 80. It's like 2 tries. 2 tries, yeah. But if you pass on the second one, then you're gonna pay more, right? So it's like more 3, because the activation fee is 150. So like 80, 160. It's like 300. So in 2 accounts, if you pass in 2 accounts, you pay 300 for standard. If you pass in 2 accounts on advanced, well, I guess it's like 250. So it's like 2.5. 10 MP PO3. I mean, I've never traded really 10 AM PO3, but it's there. You can't say like it's there. 10 AM opens, trades lower. I mean, this is perfect 10 AM PO3. Or I mean, you don't have to hold it all the way to the high. 10 AM PO3 is there if that's what you trade. It's here. It's even a silver bullet, right? I almost took that short, was unsure because of the news. Did you enter and use a smaller position? Nope. To me, this was an A+ setup. I executed with full position sizing for me. You were bearish? Well, yeah, the move kind of played out before 10 AM. Look, now people can't fake executions. People should do it like this, man, when they post their the risk was too big. Just go less contracts, you know? No, I'm not in any trades right now. You even have your 2022 model right here. Bro, if this forms every day, we're gonna be fucking millionaires, bro. Let's be honest. What's up, Samir? All right. Added Isaac. Added you. How many micros would you trade? Depends on the stop loss, bro. So let's say you're on a 50K account. Are we talking funded or eval? So let's say you're on a 50K account and you want to put your stop loss here. And I don't know, let's just say 2R for simplicity's sake, right? It's 45 point stop loss. So one contract is $90 risk. So if it was me personally, on a funded, I would just take one. I'd have to do this in 1 micro on a 50K funded. Because 2 is going to be 200, so, or 180. I guess I would do 2 micros. So on a funded, let's say I got to stop here. I would do 2 micros on a funded. On an eval, I would do 4. That's what I would do. That's my risk management plan. You just have to understand how much do you want to risk, right? Don't do 5. That's going to be way too much. I mean, for me, it would be. What's a Judas swing? A Judas swing is when 930 opens and aggressively trades higher. Why is this called a Judas swing? Because think about the amount of people who don't know what's going on and they went long when they're like, holy shit, this is so freaking bullish, man. 930 opens, the market's pumping, man. The stocks are green. Trump said something yesterday about buying. I'm going long. Okay, they go long. Where does their stop loss go? Right here. This is a Judas swing. The only reason this move happened was so people would go long and put their stop loss down here. That's why you expect speed on the way down, right? Because if you went long, I don't know, let's say anywhere here, you're in profit. It doesn't want to give you a chance to get out. This is the idea of engineering liquidity. The market pumps really quickly, not forcing people, but obviously people are going long here, right? Putting their stop losses at this level, which is why you want to see speed all the way back to the sell side, right? You wouldn't expect it to stop here. You just have to understand the narrative, right? The narrative is the market opens, immediately aggressively goes higher. Usually, when we see a real reversal, there's a liquidity sweep. There's no liquidity sweep here. The market just opens and rips. So, what do we know? It's probably a fake price run, right? What's the purpose of the fake price run? To engineer liquidity below the sell side. Because nobody went long here, right? No one's long in this. There's no reason to, right? Most people trade after they see some sort of expansion. So we see an aggressive move higher. People are like, yo, let's go. I don't know how they trade, bro. It's just like, it doesn't really matter whether they trade or not. This is just how the algorithm operates. So it doesn't really matter whether there's positions there or not. It doesn't know, according to ICT. I don't know what the truth is. All I know is the logic and the back test I've done. So this protraction model played out. So what do we have played out today? We had a classic model, 3 protraction models. Wait, that's 4. We got this protraction model, and this reversal still hasn't played out. So we're at 5. 5 models, man. 5 models played out today. Really clean. You couldn't have went wrong. If you follow I'm not saying you guys should follow my model, but I couldn't have went wrong. If I followed my rules today, I would have caught at least 1 winning trade, absolutely guaranteed, on anything. Any of my models that formed, they all would have played out. I was in longs before market open and closed right before. Yeah, there you go, man. You got to be smart. Yeah, if you got in before and you caught this to Friday's high or wherever, new week opening gap, Asia high, then you got to get out. 1 lot was at 1K. That's 2% of 50K. How could we take that? Well, don't trade 1 lot. Yep, I'll send you mine. So let's talk about it. So I told you guys about the giveaway. If you want to get in, let me know. You have 2 weeks. Please do not message me after 2 weeks and say, Gatie, I got an account. Can I join? Bro, it happens every time. I'm announcing it every single day. I don't want to hear a single person message me and say, Gatie, I bought an account. Can I enter the giveaway? No. June 15th is the last date to enter. I'm not accepting anyone after midnight, June 15th. We entered long at 10:09. Got stopped out 10:24. Oh, I feel like you should have trusted a little bit more, bro. 1 lot is the minimum. Are you trading futures, Crash City, or are you trading futures? So what do you mean 1 lot? You mean 1 contract? Don't trade the mini, bro. Trade the micro. Are you talking about the mini? This week is NFP, yeah. So usually Monday is good on NFP. I like trading Monday on NFP. Tuesday will usually be good. The giveaway only for your followers or everyone. The giveaway is for anyone who uses my code. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to be in my Discord. All you have to do is get an Alpha Futures account with my code. That's the key. Otherwise, I won't know whether or not you did it. So that's the only criteria. I'm giving $5,000 to the first 7 people to. All right, buddy. Yeah, futures. Yeah, you gotta go on the micros, bro. Yeah, 1 mini is way too much. Don't trade 1 mini, bro. I only traded one mini here because this is a 250K account. But on my actual account, I traded 5 micros and I scaled in 2, so. You didn't know about micros? Yo, you didn't know about micros? Nah, they're different, bro. It's 1/10 of the risk. Oh my days, you didn't know about micros? Bro, have you been trading, bro? You want Apex? I got one. Honestly, Biohazard, I have no intention. In my mind, like, I have no intention of getting a payout in this account. I literally only got it so I didn't have to paper trade when I'm trading on TradingView. My main focus is alpha. I really want to just focus on one firm at a time right now. So I'm going to try to get 3 fundeds on alpha again and then try to get payouts. You said no Apex. I know. But listen, just think of it as like a demo account, bro. Like, think of it as a demo. Like, I'm not even like thinking of it. No, I am, bro. This is like my demo, bro. Like, you know. Like, I'm not even calculating. Like, I'm treating this like whatever. Like, I'm giving it no intent. The only reason I did it was because, one, then people can't say, oh, you're paper trading and you're not taking the real trades. 2, it was just too cheap, bro. I just had to, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. 250K account for what was like $20. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. It's good for content too. It's good for content. The problem is you can't trade futures profits in South Africa. If you're in South Africa, yeah, you gotta go with Forex accounts, Forex firms. When did you get your first payout? My first payout was last year in March. Why is Apex so cheap? Because they know most people don't get payout. They know the numbers. Don't let them fool you. I'm trying to help you guys out, give you guys 90%. No one gets payout. Propo? What's Propo? Volume game, that's all. Yeah, exactly. You didn't waited macro for this trade? Nope. I executed at 9:42 a.m. I don't have to wait for a macro. The macro was coming. I expected the macro to distribute the position, and that's what happened. Alright, let me show you guys how I journal. Have you been trading the funders or just evals recently? Message me and I'll tell you. It's annoying because I bought a 100K toss account before they announced I was bro. I feel you, bro. That used to happen to me too. That's why I like focusing on one firm too. Alright, so I'm setting up this new journal for June and the rest. This is Monday, June 2nd. So, eval in progress. This was a win. I don't give myself 10 out of 10 on trading days, but let's be honest. What could I have really done better? That was quite flawless, if I'm going to be honest. I'm giving myself a 9.5. Net P&L. I don't know which account we want to journal. Let's journal this one because I actually traded with micros and implemented the scaling. What's the P&L, man? Although I don't like trading P&L. If you want this Notion template, yes, message me. So I'm even going to put in my daily outlook in here. I took the shorts, yes. Yep, I got you, Biohazard. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Ryan, no worries. So my original target was Friday's high. That was my original plan. Obviously, we saw something a little bit different than that. Yeah, if you want the Notion template, just message me. There's no 4-hour city. So listen, if you're gonna trade NAS 100, I would still do your charting on Nasdaq E-mini futures. Just execute on the NAS 100. That's what I always tell people to do. I wouldn't do it. So now that I have the daily plan, I do my okay. Let's do the trade breakdown. A plus classic model. Judas swing to Friday's high and H4 premium city. Formed S&P and classic model back. Reversal model it is also present, so that's why it's a really good trade. And then there's also relative equal lows below. So just one trade, only one thing to journal. So this is how I'm going to be doing my journal every day. Then when I go to the execute, so reflection, honestly, very easy. Press it to do this swing. If you want the template, just message me on Discord. Very good trade. Managed correctly by moving stop to protraction models and scaled correctly, adding on the protraction model. Could have held to equal lows. We'll close at 2.25 R since ES formed S&T. This was coming. Better safe than sorry. I don't regret that decision. So now that I did all that journaling, I will go back and I will. So I'm not going to use this execution. I want to use the execution from my actual thing. So let me just take a screenshot real quick. Why don't you go live during Powell's speech? Powell's speech is at 1. I'm going to be trading at 2 after he speaks. And I usually don't go live in the PM session. It also gives me a chance to spend more time with gems. I also go to the gym around that time. I don't try to devote too much into trading. So this would be the executions here. So you guys can see I shorted 5 and then I added 1 as this candle started trading down on the first retraction. Then I added 1 more and stop was still there because I realized this was looking really good. Could have scaled a little bit more if I wanted to right here, but I was just happy with how I did it. So if you have late data on futures, it's because you don't have real-time data. So either you can purchase real-time data or you can just watch my screen. I know a lot of people come here and they're like, yo, can you stay on the 1 minute? Because they don't want to buy their real-time data. And I don't mind. I usually just stay on the 1 minute, trying to help you guys out when I can. So that would be the full journal. The only thing I haven't journaled yet is the daily outlook. This is what I do pre-market. So if I go to my pre-market, I go to my pre-market plan. I'll save this image. One day, 15 minutes. So I come here, and then I also want to journal my daily outlook. So what was I looking for pre-market? If you guys can see the levels, new week opening gap, Asia high, and then Friday's high. And I put the daily plan there. I want to see previous day's high is what I said, and new week opening gap. And then obviously that happened, and I had more information now because of the way it happened, right? I would have went long had we come lower here first. I would have. It didn't. It just pumped. No model. And then I said, okay, well, this is a Judas swing most likely then. So simple. Classic stuff. Looks like a lot of people want the template, so. Yep, no worries. I'll give the template to anyone. I'm not gatekeeping my template. So if you want the template, it is fully yours. I usually already journal Thursday. Thursday is a no trade day. How do I get this? Master log. So let me make sure everything here is up to date. Results. Here, you know what? Let me do. Duplicate without content. Put this in there. Remove the trash. And then listen. Obviously, you guys have to adjust it. Don't keep Gatie. I mean, you can. I don't know why you'd want to though. Don't keep GatieTrades there. Adjust it how you like it. Adjust it how you like it. I don't normally make one every single month biohazard, but when I usually refine something, then I usually make a new one, right? If I make, and the thing I refined most recently was the scaling in my protraction every time, or adjusting my stop every time, right? Before it was I left it like more ambiguous, but now when a protraction model forms, I will reduce my stop loss every single time without question. Just because I did a back test, a lot of back test, and it just made trading, one, way easier. Two, it's very evident that that's like one of my biggest edges in trading. It makes my losses way bigger than my wins, right? Imagine I take this trade every time. Every time, let's say I take this trade. I put my stop here and I enter there. I trail my stop to this level. Bro, if it stops me, bro, who cares? Like, it's so reduced that it's so significant. It's so insignificant. So if I just keep doing that over the long run, it'll really pay off, you know, in my favor. So that's why I made a new journal. Yeah, simple. I know the different way to trade silver bullet. You do take the first FEG after 2 or 10. I don't do the first FEG, but first step would be bias for that 1 hour period. That's step one. Step two, wait for a fair value gap to be tapped in align with that bias. So if you're bullish, wait for a bullish fair value gap to tap. Now you could take that entry. I personally don't. I wait for my protraction model to form from that fair value gap. So for example, let's say we're bullish. You wait for the fair value gap to tap. You could take this, stop at the swing low, right? I personally don't. I wait for a protraction. So either I wait for an inversion or the order block. In this case, this would be your order block. It formed on ES. So I don't know how you want to, however you want to take profit, doesn't matter. This is how I trade the silver bullet. So I wait for my protraction model to form inside that 1 hour time period. Simple. And that's exactly what I do in the PM session when I trade PM from 2 to 3 p.m. every single day. Same model. My PM session model is really nice. I'm not going to lie. Can you explain that red block over here? It's a 4 hour bearish fair value gap. See right this right here? So I'm asking myself the question, if we're going to take Friday's high, which is this red line, how much higher can we go? Well, you have to zoom out. What do I see? I see the 4 hour bearish fair value gap. Can you repeat that? Yes, no worries. So for a silver bullet model, 10 a.m. to 11 or 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. if you trade New York sessions, AM and PM session. If you're bullish, first step, get a bias, intraday bias for the hour. Maybe you say this high, maybe you want to target premium, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like on the daily chart or anything. You just have to understand where price is likely to go. So if we wanted to do it for today, for example, well, we just swept out sell side. In a day, we're likely to range. So we're in discount. Midnight open, below New York open, below 830. We're likely to see a move back into premium. Now, I don't know if we're going to take this high. In my opinion, no. But we don't need to for you to find a profitable trade, right? So let's just say you want to aim, I don't know, 50% or whatever. Right here, for example, okay? 50%. So right above first presentation. That's your bias. That's step one. Step two, after 10 a.m. open, wait for a bullish fair value gap to be tapped. Doesn't matter the time frame. Doesn't matter the time frame. Let's say we're talking about this one, okay? Now, or you can use this one, in fact. Let's just use this one because it's the first one. Very simple. Now, me personally, I don't take the long entry on the fair value gap. I wait for my protraction model criteria, which would be the order block or the inversion after. So I'm not going to take it like this. You can. It all depends on how you want to do the trade, right? It's up to you. This is just my preference. So let's say you want to take it like this. You got in on the order block. And remember, we're targeting, let's just say this high. Remember that 50% of the range, small draw liquidity. And it would be like that, right? It formed again. It formed yet again. We traded into a bullish fair value gap. And then for me, it's the protraction model, right? You could take the fair value gap, but me personally, I wait for my protraction. Let's just say, I don't know, you aim for a new week opening gap high, 2R, right? Simple. So that's the silver bullet. And that's what I trade in the PM session. First FEG on ES is 932. Yep, same on NQ. Yes, you are correct, Saris. I know the different way to trade. Okay, perfect. Yep, seems good. You got any help? What's up, Cryptics? You look like the space cowboy? What? I don't know who that is, bro. What do you think about closing your trade early because price is choppy? You close around 1031 because price is choppy. I think it's a great reason, bro. if you took this trade, like I'm expecting it to go right here, you need to know when it's probably going to be invalidated, right? If you start seeing consolidation and that's not something, you know, that goes aligned with you, close. So it's not the 931. You'd have to watch ICT's new lecture. I did watch it, and the criteria was simple. If it's a single pass like this, and we opened below a liquidity pool on RTH, which we did, you can use it. But to me, I don't really care because I've backtested almost over 500 times now, probably more. This first presentation, the first one in RTH, which is this. There's nothing here. It's this one. So I'm gonna stick with that because that's where I found consistency in, right? Can you use this? Yeah. And in fact, ICT and himself said you can still use this one. So to me, it doesn't get invalidated in that sense. And you can see it. I mean, came back into it here, framed a protraction model short, came back here, inversed, right? And then goes higher. So in my opinion, yeah. But I would do your own due diligence. Are you a good trader though? I mean, I'm pretty good. I have a long way to go, obviously. I think everyone does. Same with normal, but thank you as always. Appreciate you, bro. Higher or lower? Sideways. I mean, I don't want to be like too confident. I think it's good to stay humble. I know I'm a good trader, but I also know exactly where I need to improve. I think that's the most important part. Knowing where you can improve. So that's the full journal. This is my journal. So yeah, that's all it is. Recognize your strengths and weaknesses. What's up, Ollie? It's good, my man. 1050 macro, and this is really slow because we're getting close to the Fed chair. He's probably like in the washroom right now, getting ready for his speech. I already bought some Google. I don't see myself buying anything else today. Damn, bro, this stock. Should have trusted my instinct when I saw it. Should have trusted my instinct. It's making a new all-time high as we speak. Yeah. It's okay, though. It's hindsight Harry stuff. Hindsight Harry stuff. So I'll leave the 1-minute chart open for anyone who needs to see the real-time data. Which stock? It's Broadcom, AVGO. I was gonna buy, but I opted in to go with Google instead. A little bit safer, in my opinion. Usually I do like one medium risky. Oh, that was you? I mean, I thought I found it my own, but I mean, you probably did, bro. I probably just forgot. If I'm being honest. You probably did. I was like, I was looking to buy on a certain day recently, and I was like looking at Google, and I was looking at that, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with Google. Well, that's pretty much it for me today, guys. I think this probably stays sideways, so I'm not gonna waste any more time with that. If you want to join the giveaway, yeah, you can message me whenever, bro. I'll always try to reply to my Discord DMs. If you guys want to join the giveaway, you guys know I'm gonna announce it every single day, and I'll keep you guys updated. Right now, there's only 6 entries in the giveaway, so there's that. If you want a chance to win this setup, you can join the giveaway. Live streams are all saved on YouTube. Yeah. Winners announced Monday, June 16th. If you use my code, send me a message. I will add you to the giveaway. If you want to get an Alpha Feature advanced account, there's no activation fee, so go ahead with that. Join the free Discord. I'll always be posting insightful stuff. I don't see myself taking any trade here, so let's minimize this stuff. I will keep these markings up for the new week opening gap. And yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Take care. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. If I take a trade in the PM, I will post it in the journal as always. Take care, Ollie. Appreciate you coming through.